Hi, I'm Joachim for Statistics Globe, and in this video I'll explain how to extract unique values from a data object in the R programming language. In the video I'm going to show you several examples, and all of these examples are based on the vector object that we can create with line 2 of the code. So if you run this line of code, you can see at the top right of RStudio that a new data object appears, which is called X, and we can print this data object to the RStudio console by running line 3 of the code. And then you can see at the bottom in the RStudio console that we have created a vector object containing 9 vector elements. However, each of the elements is repeated 3 times. So let's assume that we want to extract only unique elements from this vector. Then we can apply the unique function, as you can see in line 5 of the code. So in this line of code, I'm applying the unique function to the name of our data object. So in this case, our data object is called X. So if you run line 5 of the code, you can see at the bottom in the RStudio console that only unique values are returned, or in other words, the duplicated values have been removed from our data object. So in this first example, I have shown you how to apply the unique function to return unique values from a data object. However, there are also different alternatives available on how to do that. And in the next example, I want to show you how to use the duplicated function to return only unique values from our data object. And you can see that example in line 7 of the code. So in this line of code, I'm specifying the name of our data object, and then I'm subsetting this data object using square brackets. And within the square brackets, I'm using the duplicated function to check which elements of our data object are not duplicated. So if you run line 7 of the code, you can see that our output is returned again. So the output of line 7 is exactly the same as the output of line 5. However, this time we have used the duplicated function to return unique values from our data object. In the next example, I want to show you that it is also possible to use the dplyr package to extract unique values from a data object. So in order to use the functions of the dplyr package, we first need to install and load the dplyr package, as you can see in lines 9 and 10 of the code. I have installed the dplyr package already, so for that reason I'm just going to load it, as you can see in line 10. And after running this line of code, we are able to use the distinct function that is provided by the dplyr package, as you can see in line 12. So if we want to use the distinct function, we can apply the code that you can see in line 12. And in this line, I'm applying the distinct function to our data object. However, before I can apply the distinct function, I also need to convert our vector object to the data frame class. So if you run line 12 of the code, you can see that another output is created. And as you can see, this output is a data frame. However, the rows of this data frame show the unique values in our data object X. So in this tutorial, I have explained how to extract unique values from a data object using the R programming language. However, in case you want to learn more on this topic, you could check out my homepage, statisticsglobe.com, because on my homepage I have recently published a tutorial in which I'm explaining the R programming code that I have shown in this video in some more detail. And I will put a link to this tutorial into the description of the video. Furthermore, if you have liked the video, I would be very happy if you leave me some positive feedback in the comments, and make sure to subscribe to my YouTube channel to get notifications in future when I'm releasing new R programming tutorials to the channel. That's it for this video. Thanks a lot. See you next time.